my recent video that you can see up here, I put together several style arc patterns to create a beginner sewist's capsule wardrobe. And these are the patterns that I popped into the wardrobe. There's the gem tee, the Madison top, the Sable boyfriend cardigan, the Rita Ponte skirt, Peter pants, the Sunny top, and the Kim knit dress. So I decided to make up the Kim knit dress and to tell you what I thought about the pattern in general. So here goes. First of all, let's have a look at the pattern itself. It's this one. As you can see, the dress has two lengths. It has a knee length and a midi length. Now, midi, of course, is all on trend at the moment, so I cut the midi length for myself. It has a bound neckline and bound armholes. It's quite an easy dress to make, but if you feel that you'd get a little bit of help from watching the video, I do have a video in here so you can see how I apply my neckband. So let's talk about sizes of the pattern. The pattern is, I think, quite size inclusive. It runs from an Australian size 4 to an Australian size 30. And those sizes encompass a chest size or bust size from 28 3/4 inches or 73 centimetres for a size 4 to 56 3/4 inches or 144 centimetres for a size 30. You should also be able to see from the pattern pieces here that the dress is an A-line. So it gives a nice hip and tummy coverage as well. The pattern is in 3 size ranges from sizes 4 to 16, 10 to 22 and size 18 to 30. So you do need to determine which size you'll need from the size charts on the Style Arc website. The thing about Style Arc patterns is they're in a format that's accessible to everybody no matter where you live in the world. You can either choose from a PDF pattern or a physical paper pattern. The PDF pattern for the Kim knit dress is either a multi-size PDF or a single-size PDF, and likewise with the paper patterns. The PDF does have layers, so when you're printing your pattern off, you can choose which layers that you want to print, and that saves a lot of ink in the long run. There are only 30 pages if you choose to print the A4 tiled PDF, so that's not a huge amount of sticking together, and to be honest, it probably took me about 20 minutes to stick my whole pattern together. As far as fabric's concerned, the pattern suggests cotton jersey, spandex knit, bamboo knit or other knit fabrics suitable for a dress. The pattern doesn't give the stretch that's required, but I would say a cotton lycra with 5% lycra content would be perfect for this dress, and the right weight as well. You're looking at a meterage of between 1.6 metres for the size 4 to 12, up to 3 metres for sizes 20 and above. Now I managed to get my dress out of about 1.8 metres, and I will tell you about the size in a second. But I had plenty of width and plenty of fabric, and I had 2 metres of fabric in all. The difficulty level for the pattern is described as easy, as you can see here. There are only 4 pattern pieces in the pattern itself. There's a front, a back, a neckband piece and an armband piece, of which you have to cut 2 of, obviously because of the 2 armholes. The back and front pieces are cut on the fold, but apart from that, it's a really simple pattern to cut out. So let's talk about the dress that I made. I made my dress in navy cotton lycra. It has 5% lycra content. I bought my fabric from Tea Night Fabrics, who are based in the UK. And I bought 2 metres in all, and it was washed and pressed before I cut my pattern out. Now, I can't show you the whole dress because it is a midi length, and I'd have to back too far away to show you the whole dress, but I will show you the neckband and armholes. There we go. And of course my label in the back there. As far as the fit of my dress goes, I did have to do some grading on the pattern. I printed out sizes 12s, 14s and 16s, as you can maybe see on the pattern here. They are different colours of lines. And I graded between size 12, well, it was actually just over a 12, maybe halfway between a 12s and a 14s under the arm to a 14s at the bust, and then graded out to a size 16 from the waist and the hips. Now I did that because I've got a mum tum and I've got a sway back, and I didn't really want my dress clinging around those areas. So I made it probably slightly looser than I would have normally have chosen, but the fit actually I really like. So it was a good thing that I did it. When I sewed the dress for the first time, I put the neckband on and the armbands on and tried the dress on, and realised that the armholes were slightly bigger, more gapey than I would have liked. So that was when I had the original size 14 cutting lines into the arm. So what I did was unpicked my armbands. I'd actually serged them on, but I sat and unpicked those. They didn't take long to do. And just nipped in, like I said, under the arm here to about size, maybe just over a size 12. So I took about 1 centimetre off each side and then took off the same amount from my pattern piece. And when I put the armbands back on again, the dress fitted really nicely. I'll show you some pictures of the fit just here. I did style my dress along with a very narrow silver belt at the waist. I styled it with a fluffy turquoise cardigan that I hand knitted a few months ago over the top, and a pair of my trusty white Converse. And I felt, when I put the dress on, it felt really, really lovely. It fits nicely and it's comfortable. When I tried the dress on, when I just stitched it, finished it and pressed it, I didn't like it particularly. I was a bit kind of, but felt that it needed a belt. So I grabbed one of the belts that I already had in my closet, tried it around my waist, and immediately lifted the dress. So I did send off online. I ordered a silver belt, a narrow silver belt, as you can see in the photographs, from Marks and Spencer's, and it was delivered to my local store where I picked it up. I got home, I tried the dress on with the belt, and the difference was amazing. So if you think that things don't look quite as you'd anticipated when you finished, try a few ways of styling it, because you might find that you like them better, a different kind of style if you like, with a belt or a scarf or a jacket over the top. I just want to address one of the comments that's always made about Stylark patterns, in that people comment that Stylark instructions are very sparse. And in the past, yes, they have been, but Stylark are addressing this. And the Kim knit dress was originally called the Kim Cruise Club dress, but it was revamped and relaunched recently. In fact, it was the freebie pattern in November or December, I believe. So the revamped pattern has lay plans, and it also has, well, this is the construction sheets if you like. It also has diagrams and written instructions. Now these diagrams really are for the application of the neckband and the armbands here, and it kind of tells you what to do. But in actual fact, the written instructions I found to be really quite acceptable as they are. Like I said, if you're a visual learner, you want to have a look at the video where I'm popping on a neckband on the top, it's exactly the same method as described in the instructions here. So Stylark have gone a long way to address their lack of instruction in their patterns. I did do, I'm 5'2", so I had to take off quite a lot of length off the original pattern, even though I was making the midi length. So I did take off quite a lot from, I don't know how much exactly I took off, but it was at least a couple of inches. So did I find the pattern difficult? No, I didn't find it difficult, but I have put a lot of neckbands on to garments that I'm making previously, and this was no exception. The band piece itself, with the neckband and the armbands, were just the right length. So there was a little bit of stretching that had to be done, but not a huge amount. And when the dress is finished, as you can see here, The neckband on the armbands really do fit nicely. They're top stitched down as well, just around the edge, which keeps them nice and flat and gives you a nice professional finish. And that's what the instructions actually ask you to do. So I found the pattern to be very well drafted. The PDF went together absolutely perfectly, and the bands were also just right for the neck line and the armholes. With all the adjustments I made for my measurements before I cut the pattern out, I found, apart from the underarm, which I've explained already, I found the pattern to be true to size. So again, top marks for Stylark in their drafting. The fabric that I chose is a really good quality from Tea & Night Fabrics. It's navy, which is a basic neutral colour for me in my spring colour palette, so will fit in nicely with everything else that I have. The question is, of course, would I make the dress again? And the answer is a resounding yes. It's a pattern that can be made up in lots of different fabrics and will take you from daytime to nighttime, depending on which fabric you make it in and depending on which accessories you wear with it. Yeah, the Kim knit dress is a definite pattern to pop into your collection. That's all from me. Happy sewing. Bye bye.